Friday morning, and today I want to finish up the last of the parts that we have that we can put on the car. I made an ad yesterday that I was looking for the last trim pieces, and I have gotten some answers on one trim piece here and there, but I would like to find more complete set because it's really hard to buy one piece at a time and it gets expensive. So we'll see. Some of my viewers here in Sweden gave me a tip about using a universal rubber plastic molding. I'm not sure if they can bend this much to make that work, but we'll see. Maybe we'll resort to that if we don't find anything. But the plan for today is I want to put on the rear bumper, and also I'm gonna keep working on the quarter windows. I got a tip from one of my viewers that you could use hot water to heat it up to be able to bend it. So that was a pretty good idea. So we might try that. And also, I was out driving this yesterday, picked up my kids from school, went and got ice cream. And when you look at this from a bit of a distance, it is really what I talked about yesterday. It is just too much black. It needs something to break off. I mean, some people probably love it, but I think it is too much black when you look at it from the side. I'm not sure if we're gonna do some pinstriping or some trim or stickers or whatever, but in my opinion, it's too black. But I might just end up doing nothing. But in my opinion, it needs something to break off all the black. So yeah, we're gonna see how much we can put on here today. Maybe we can do some work on the wheels. I have been debating myself about this red. I'm not a fan of the red, and I was considering painting it black. I was also considering painting it gold and then do some sort of gold theme, some gold pinstripe or something. But I'm not really sure about that. So, and also now that I think the car is so black, I might paint this in a new red. I have some red metallic that might look cool. Also I have some center caps for them, so that would look a lot better than without. So might look over the wheels, we'll see. Also has something else maybe coming up here, so we'll see if we go ahead and look at that. But yeah, first off, gonna put on the bumper and the quarter windows. So I have the bumper loosely in place. I was hoping just to put it on, but I had to loosen all of the brackets to make it come over a little towards the driver's side because it was too tight on that side. It's still a little bit too tight. Maybe it could come over a few millimeters that way, but I haven't bolted anything up. Maybe when we tighten everything, it will come over, or I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I can push it over a little bit. But we have one more problem, and that is this. You can see that my filler neck is sticking out past the area where the license plate wants to be. And the story is that I did not have a tank for this, and I was cheap, so I didn't want to buy a new tank. So what I found was I think it is a 1970 Chevelle tank, and they look a little bit different. The 64 tanks goes a little more to the rear here and have a shorter filler neck. So I was just taking a chance on where it wanted to be and what I thought was right. And obviously it wanted to go forward maybe like an inch or so. But I think that I can maybe loose the straps a bit, push it forward, tighten it again, and maybe we can gain half an inch or something, and maybe it will be good enough. Also, we can, I don't have the bracket for the license plate, and it isn't all that much. So maybe we can gain a little bit, or we can make the bracket stick out a little bit so that we can fold this down later, however we solve that. So yeah, that's the plan right now. We're gonna see if I can move the tank forward a bit. Now we got the bumper fully bolted in place, and it's a bit more of a gap here than on this side. Would be nice to move it over like a quarter of an inch or something, but I couldn't manage to do that right now. Maybe we can take a strap here and try and pull it with the forklift or something. But for now, that's gonna be good. I also loosened the tank, took a ratchet strap, forced it forward as much as I could. Maybe I gained a 1/4 of an inch or something. It's still a little bit too far out, as you can see like this. But we're also gonna have to figure out some hinge mechanism to make this work. So we have a bit of a space to work with that. And unfortunately, I don't have the hinge with the springs and all that. So my idea right now is we're gonna bolt on some hinges, some regular cabinet hinges here, and put them on the bottom side of the license plate. And then I found small magnets that I'm gonna buy and put maybe one in the middle or one on each side. And you can flip it down, and when you're done, you smack it up and the magnets will stick to the bumper. That is my idea anyway. But I don't have that. I forgot to go and pick that up this morning. So for now, I'm gonna leave the rear bumper. And we're gonna focus on the quarter windows. And I think I'm gonna try and cut the one I messed up yesterday to shape. And we can use that as a template. We can try how it works and all that. And we can judge of that if we're gonna try again and bend that one with some hot water or something. So yeah, I'm gonna try and make that fit and see how it works. Got the first window in, and it actually looks a lot better than I thought it would. Maybe you can see the dent that I made yesterday when I do like this, but it is curving a bit because it's obviously the frame wants to curve it, and I think it looks better than I thought it would. And I don't know why, but since I know there's never been a window there, putting a window in makes the whole car feel more done and complete. So I'm really happy with this. So I actually think I'm gonna just scrap the whole idea of bending the plastic. I'm gonna cut that one to shape. This will do for now, and I'm gonna probably buy a new piece because I'm not sure if I can live with this. Unfortunately, I'm guessing this will scratch pretty easy, but yeah, it's gonna look good for a while. I don't know if you can cut hardened glass, but if you could, you can make that one work in the future. I don't know. But now we only have to figure out how we're gonna make this sit upright and not fall down. And I could just put a screw right here into that hole or something, but I don't really think I want to do that. So I might make an L bracket and bolt this or something that just holds this up. I mean, it doesn't need much. It's pretty firmly in there already. So yeah, I'm gonna cut the other one to shape, and then we can figure out some brackets to keep them in place. We got the driver's side quarter window in, and this one probably won't fall down on itself because it was really hard to get it in place. And also I found some window scrapers on the 4-door doors that I had. So yeah, they're not perfect, but at least it is something there. So I still haven't figured out how to make them not fall down. That one might fall down. I don't think this is going to, but we're gonna figure that out. But I'm not sure how much I told you about this, but there is a 75 Chevelle locally here to me that I've been trying to buy. Maybe it's the wrong word, but it is for sale. It is up on a website for sale. I've been trying to have conversation with the seller, and he's just awful to have contact with. He doesn't answer, sets up a time, sets up loose times, and it's a mess to communicate with him. That's the thing. But he said I can come and look at it now. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. I have connected my trailer. So we'll see. Maybe we will end up with a 75 Chevelle, or maybe he doesn't show up. So yeah, we'll see. But I will be back and tell you how it went. The car exists at least, so hopefully the seller will be coming also. So I didn't think this day would ever come, but we bought the Chevelle. So I'm gonna go ahead, strap this down and drive home, and then we can look at it more when we're back home again. We're home here, and I'm really satisfied with my purchase, and we're gonna go more in depth why. But something fun here is that we have a lot of rubber from hopefully burnouts here on the rear quarter, and we actually also have it on this rear quarter, and obviously the rear tires are almost bald. but that indicates that we might have some locking differential. And I was looking under here and I saw that we have an aftermarket aluminum diff cover. Seems to be a nice one. So is it welded? Is there some sort of a limited slip or anything else? I don't know, but I guess we'll find out later on. But yeah, I also really like the wheels on it. But we're gonna go ahead, drive this off the trailer and talk a little bit more about it. So what have we bought here today? And this is the car. I've been going so much back and forth with this seller, trying to get an appointment or a time to go and look at it. And it's been so hard, but eventually we managed to buy it. And what do we have here? We have a 1975 Chevelle. And most of you will probably say that this is super ugly and all of that. And I can see where you're coming from with that. It isn't the nicest looking car in the world, but for what it is a nice American car with a V8 and just nice wheels. And I think the body on these are decent. And I mean, it's a lot of car for what you pay for it. I paid $2,000 for this, or about, with exchange ratios and stuff like that. And I think that for that amount of money, you can have a lot of fun. And I mean, it's obviously has seen a lot of better days, and the rear quarters are the worst on it. I'm not sure if there are quarters you can buy for these, but yeah, we have to do some rust repair on it. But something I really liked about it is it's really nice in the interior. I mean, it's of course has some wear to it, but it's overall nice. I like this green color, but I'm assuming most people don't. But it's complete, it's not too messed up and stuff like that. So you got a decent interior, and the door panels are all there. Unfortunately, they have started spraying the rear panels black, but maybe we can remove that or continue with the black. But you got a decent interior. It's 100% running and driving. I think the transmission is low on oil because it's behaving a little bit weird, or it's going out. But yeah, nice wheels and tires. We have a small block. It's a 350, at least if we look by this sticker, and we can see it's a 2-barrel, and the 2-barrel is still there. The only thing that's done engine or performance wise is headers and a 3-inch exhaust, which I have to redone. It looks horrible, but I kind of like that because it's not too messed around with. I mean, all of these vacuum lines and stuff like that is still in place, which says that this isn't messed with. This air snorkel is still in place. I mean, that's the first thing to go when you start doing stuff. It got a really nice new Optima battery. So I don't know, maybe it's not, this car isn't much in if you look at it like that, but I think it's a lot of car for the money. And I just think it's, what do I want to say, I might use it as an extra car or a daily driver. When I sold my 67 Chevelle, I didn't have a car with a back seat anymore, so I can go and pick up the kids with all of their friends in it and stuff like that. So my plan right now with this is I want to do some sort of simple video series where I maybe fix some stuff with the engine, fix some brakes, do some stuff to make it get back on the road, and then I'm just gonna enjoy it. I'm not gonna restore it and do a big project of it. I just wanna use it and enjoy it. So that's the plan. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and move the trailer now and fill up the transmission and see if it works a little bit better. Back on the 64, and I was going to make the brackets for the windows, but they really seem to be well in place. And now we have the window scraper holding them also. So I'm gonna try and see if they stay in place. If they don't, then we can fix something. But for now, I'm gonna leave it. So I've been thinking back and forth what I can do. And I really don't have any more outside parts to put on it. So I think we're gonna do some stuff to the wheels. I have bought some center caps, which I think is gonna look really good because it's so ugly when you see this. Also, we're gonna see if we are gonna paint this or just clean it up or whatever we're gonna do. But I wanna make this look a little bit nicer. So yeah, we're gonna fix the wheels. And also, I just put on the license plate just to know where it was. And I'm gonna go ahead and buy some hinges and trying that with the hinges and magnet. But I just put some zip ties on it and it works perfectly just with the zip ties. Almost too good. So yeah, I need to get some hinges, but yeah, that was really working too great. Almost like I'm gonna keep it that way. But yeah, let's fix the wheels. I got the rear wheels off, and the main thing is we're gonna put on these, and I have already tried and they are unfortunately a bit too small. So I'm gonna put some electrical tape so they fit and hopefully they won't fly away. And the other thing is I tried cleaning the holes with some acetone, and the red comes out. It's unfortunately also coming off because it's not a 2-component paint. But the red, I mean, it was really cool in the 80s, but it's not really my style. And I really feel like I want to try and set some sort of touch of my own on this car. And I have been debating back and forth if I should go black or gold, because I think black and gold looks really cool. So I just tried and sprayed one of the holes gold here. And I'm not sure about this, but I thought, what the hell, we're going gold. If it looks horrible, we can change it later, but I want to try. So I'm gonna do some masking and we're gonna spray this gold, only the holes, not the rim. And put on the center caps, put them on and see how it looks. I got the wheel on here and I'm gonna be the first one to say that the gold, yeah, not really working out. Gold or red, I think we're going red. So yeah, the gold is going away. So I cleaned off all of my gold here and the red obviously popped, and I'm really not liking the red. I know this was very popular before, but I really don't like it. So I just tried and sprayed them black, and I'm saying that this car is turning out too black, I know, but I actually prefer the black before the red. So I'm gonna go black instead on all the holes. So I'm gonna fix this and the other rear wheel. Got all the wheels painted and fixed, and I was hoping to add some color to this, but black on black always looks good. So I guess we have to do something else to add something to the car. And I really like the center caps. I don't know why, but it just gives another depth to the wheels and it makes them look totally different in my opinion. Could polish them a little bit more, but that will be another day. So I'm gonna drive this out to the sun and see how it looks now that we got some more parts on it. So I got both cars out here. I mean, I drove out 64 and I drove up the 75, just because I think it's a little bit fun, because in all fairness, if you take it down to the bottom line, these are exactly the same cars. There's only an 11-year difference between them and they look so vastly different. But all in all, it's a Chevy small block. Both of them have turbo 350s, 10-bolt rear ends. Everything is basically the same. And yes, this is a lot cooler. But the thing I mean is, you can have exactly as much fun with that one that I paid $2,000 for, and this that is worth, I'm not sure right now, but 12, 15 maybe, and you can have exactly as much fun with this one. So yeah, I think it's really weird how it is with model years and how much difference there can be. But back to the 64, I really like the black on the wheels. I think it looks good, and I really like the center caps. They make the wheels look completely different in my opinion. I mean, just look at this, and when you have the grease what do you call it, the wheel bearing cup, and it just looks so boring, while this looks a lot better. So the wheels looks nice, and I don't know why. Maybe it's only me, because I know that I didn't have side quarter windows before, but when I have them now, I just feel that the car is more complete, and I really need to change this window. I'm not sure if you see it, but there's a really big dent in it. But other than that, we have the rear bumper on. It looks really good. I need to look at the license plate lights, because the old one that I had is still in there when we had the license plate on the frame. But I think it looks really good. It's too bad I didn't fill in all of these holes, because then we wouldn't have to look for this piece of trim. But yeah, if we get them, it will look really nice. So yeah, also I forgot that I have the rubber moldings for the doors and the trunk lid, so we can do those on Monday. And then I'm gonna go ahead and buy some fabric for the door panels, because everything I do just makes this feel like much more of a car and not a project. And something that is going to take us over the top is getting a carpet in, making some door panels, see if we can paint these black. That will look really, really good. And when that is done, I really feel that this is going to feel like a finished car. So yeah, that is what we will be doing next week. So I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and yeah, see you next week.